talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she need down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How are you all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Yeah, alrighty. Let us chat, shall we? Let's. Today's topic shall be a discussion piece. A discussion piece. Because this was a post on Reddit and it really intrigued Jay, and I wanted to see whether or not anybody had a correct answer for this. So please stay tuned because there's actually 2 different posts that I'd like to address. And they again are not meant to enrage anyone, simply to have a discussion. So without further ado, I shall change my voice back to my normal voice. And let's talk. You shit where I tell you to shit. Huh. The new postmaster a couple of weeks ago, just before route check, told me I had to use the restroom at the local elementary school. My route is up in the hills near Highland Park, California. The 2 closest places I go are about 10 minutes round trip, minus the funny business that goes on in there. I drive by a grammar school and the new postmaster said, "Where did you use the bathroom today?" Some of this stuff is just hilarious. I gave him the 2 locations. Then he said, "I'm giving you a direct order to use the bathroom in the office of this grammar school." Okay, my wife is a teacher of 30 years. She won't even use the bathroom at her grammar school. I have off tomorrow, so I'll call the union. Oh, maybe if I disobey his direct order, I'll get a 14-day stay at home suspension. Okay, everyone, have a shitty day tomorrow. This is a true post. Some of the responses, this is the best part. "I'm giving you a direct order to shit directly on his desk." Oh, goodness. Direct orders are only binding when they are legitimate orders. There is no language in the contract that tells the PO he can tell you where to shit. Go where you want when you need. It's none of his business. If he asks you where you use the restroom, he can ask again or in a II or whatever office calls it with your representation present, with the understanding that you will grieve it and include cease and desist language according with the JSOV. Now, I only brought this up because there are some scenarios where some management gives some outlandish direct orders. Most direct orders need to be obeyed and filed grievances with it later, such as the topic I spoke about yesterday, the crossing crafts, etc. Now, when they give you a direct order, if it puts you in danger, such as if you are a carrier and they tell you to go clean the bathroom, this is a touchy subject. Technically, you're not supposed to because you were never trained with chemicals, right? Because the janitors and custodians had to take a test, had to go through this whole process to become custodians. So they know not to mix chemicals. I mean, it's common sense, but at the same time, that's not your job. And it can cause harm because if you don't have the proper face mask on and whatever, it could be the ammonia's in the wrong bottle next to the bleach and you mix some stuff up and then, end up passing out. So there are some direct orders that I wouldn't say you don't have to obey, but if they put you in danger, you need to make an educated decision whether or not you're going to do that. Now, there are some direct orders, such as this one, that it is so touchy, it's more of a harassment policy. I don't know. So I have one of my buddies that's a postmaster that watches, and I'm not going to say his name, but, you know, if you want to throw a comment in there about, you know, a scenario about if this is correct or not, you know, indirectly or directly, you can let us all know. Because to me, this sounds like some straight BS. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But what do you guys think about it? Telling somebody we're the shit. That's crazy. All right. On to the next Reddit. These things are hilarious. I read them all the time and I never really dive into them. But today it was just some ish. This happens, though. This next one happens often, from what I was told. A supervisor just called my emergency contact to tell me to come to work today. What? I'm effing fuming right now. I cussed him out and told him never to do this again and hung up on him. Of course, I'm going in because I need the money, but immediately I'm talking to my union rep to file literally every possible grievance against him. It just cements the fact that you aren't a human being to these people. You're just a number on a page. Now, here's a touchy subject. If you don't show up to work and you don't, I've heard of them doing wellness checks where they send the people out to go to your house and check up on you. I don't know if that's a legitimate thing that they're supposed to do. Somebody please has the answer. If you do, leave it in the comment section, because again, a lot of people don't know these answers. And if it's a real answer, please leave that in the comment section, because again, this happens nationwide. Now, I don't know if they can call your emergency contact, because I don't think that's considered an emergency. Emergency contact is if something happened to you on the job. Like my emergency contact is my parents in New York. Like, you know, what they gonna call my mom up in New York and you're like, hey, tell your son come to work. Like, what? Who the hell is this? So this is a touchy one as well. I don't think that the supervisors have the authority to do this. And if they did do it, what is the recourse? What can we do in order to combat this? Now, again, I have a lot of supervisor friends that watch this, and it's not directed at you, obviously, on this. It was you that did this. But I'd like it from your perspective, whether or not that's something that should be done or could be done, if it's language that says it can be done. And then from, you know, any of the union people that are on here, if you know that it can be done or it can't be done. I just want a discussion, because again, people read these comments and they go off of what you guys say. If it's a real, you know, answer. Some people are like, no, I'm gonna bust that dude upside the head. No, they're not gonna follow that. But legitimate answers to some of these questions, and they seem so outlandish, but they are definitely helpful to people that don't have answers to something like this, because some people can take it as, you know, being harassed at work. Some people can take it personally. I mean, I'd take it personally. You telling me with a shit? Bro, are you kidding me? I gotta time my shit? I don't think that's a thing. I think he overstepped his boundaries. That's my opinion. But, you know, what do I know? Anyway, with that being said, this is JH, and you guys feel free to obviously respect each other in the comments section, but feel free to chop it up, because I'm going to read these comments. I read them all, but this one I'm really interested in seeing, because I read the comments on Reddit and they definitely, it was more so of, you know, like this guy, like that guy, like the guy. So I want some real answers. If you have any, leave it. All right, this is JH. I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.